All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, the elder bishops, the great Millstone, who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, to the men on the highways and the byways that are pushing out this word in truth and sincerity, and to the remnant men, women, and children of the elect. To you all, I say Shalom. My name is Ahmawan Ahyash. I'm back with another lesson through the power and the spirit of Yahweh by Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, and I want to jump into this lesson. And as you can see on the screen, I want to play this video. It's a short from Anton Daniels, and as you can see, the caption or the quotations, it says we have switches in Chicago, and what that's referring to is, Donald Trump is going to deploy the National Guard to the streets, the city of Chicago, to so-called help with the crime that's been going on. As we all know, they nicknamed Chicago Chirac as a way to emphasize the how much gun violence goes down, the gang culture, and how dangerous it is. Okay, how dangerous it is in Chicago. All right, and I want to highlight this video because Jake gonna find out. Jake gonna find out that all that pride, all the guns that you have, everything that you hold up as a gang member, as a thug, whatever it is, that pride is going to be shot down soon. Okay, because you're going to come to find out that all the guns, all the switches that you have, it doesn't even hold a candle to Esau Edom. Okay, and who he is and what he was created for. Okay, Esau Edom was created to be the wicked. All right, and if you plan on going up against him with your little switches, you have a serious rude awakening coming to you. Okay, because your switches are like pebbles compared to the technology, the weaponry that this man has. Okay, and I'm gonna get into that because I'm gonna get into Esau's blessing. I'm gonna get into that. I want to play this video. All right, and I got some precepts lined up because it's about to go down. All right, it's about to go down. That tension between Esau and Jacob is about to be heightened. All right, and it's not by coincidence. It's all by design. Okay, Esau is furious and upset with you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans because of the blessing, because they don't have that blessing. Okay, from our forefathers. All right, Isaac gave the blessing to Jacob, and Esau is mad. All right, and Esau is mad. All right, and this is a result of it. So I'm gonna play this. All right, here we go.
Guys, I'm on the ground at the Federal Plaza where you can see workers setting up this barricade here ahead of these demonstrations that are expected in front of the Federal Plaza here in Chicago. Guys, I'm going to keep you updated as this unfolds.
Well, I guess the forecast, Chicago calls for snow. That's an awful lot of salt trucks. That's an awful lot of... I don't see this many salt trucks when it fucking snows. Blocking off Grant Park for the taste. Or something.
Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. This is Chicago. Go fight back. I'm telling you, go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young switches, gang. They not going for that. bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself, gang.
Man, Trump talking about something. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. You about to find out why it's called direct. Goofy ass. We ain't scared of this shit.
Quiet part out loud.
Yo.
And as you can see, the pride on these young Jakes, with their so-called threats to Trump and the National Guard and the military, you know, yeah, Jake about to find out real soon. Okay, they're about to find out real soon that when it comes to the sword, Esau ain't nothing. Esau's really nothing to play with. Okay, this is his kingdom. This is his blessing. This is his world, and you have no wind here, especially if you are not covered by Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahawashi. And the pride that's on these Jakes will be answered for. All right. And ultimately, what it comes down to is Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahawashi is putting the spirit on these Jakes to come up and be prideful like this, so he can destroy them. All right. So that's what it ends up. That's what it comes down to. All right. There's an event known in the scriptures known as Jacob's trouble, and it is a time like never before. And as these events keep taking place and happening, and that dissension is increasing, that tense, that you know what I mean, that tension between you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and Esau, Edom, as it increases, it's just going to get worse and worse, and they're going to come down even harder. All right. So while you and your switches, you think you got some sort of win with your switches, or you know you got some sort of a one-up on Esau, Edom, you're going to find out real soon. All right. And what they're talking about, what they're referring to is, okay, this is from Reuters. Trump to rename the Department of Defense the Department of War, official says. Okay, so Trump is renaming the Department of Defense the Department of War. Again, a sign of the times. We're coming into a time where wars and rumors of war, the energy, the spirit of war is in the air. Okay, whether it's domestic or foreign. Okay, because Trump he is going to declare war on you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, period. And he's going to use his military might to do so. Okay, so it's not just war with these nations. It's war here domestically as well that he's going to declare. All right, and we're seeing the beginnings of it. All right, so this is what they're referencing. The other part that they're referencing is what Trump said recently. Okay, it says Trump says Chicago will find out why it's called the Department of War ahead of planned crackdown. And that planned crackdown is, again, Trump is sending in his military to go in and crack down on the crime. Now let me read a little bit of this. It says President Donald Trump posted a meme on social media Saturday saying that Chicago will find out why it's called the Department of War, as the city's officials brace for an immigration crackdown. I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. He's talking hot shit, man. Y'all think Esau playing? Esau ain't playing. This is time. Hey, man. Woo. This is a different type of energy coming from Esau and coming from Donald Trump. Okay? He's on his dictatorship. It's either my way or the highway or the goodbye way. You know? It says Trump signed an executive order Friday to rebrand the Pentagon as the Department of War. The post includes what appears to be an artificially generated image of the president wearing a hat and sunglasses with the Chicago skyline in the background, accompanied by text reading Shypocalypse now. All right, and that's the thing. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are a game to him. This is a joke to him. Because they can wipe out a city at any moment, whenever they want. You think you're doing something with your little guns? He could come in there and completely wipe out the entire city. That gang culture, that shit ain't really about nothing. All right? It says Democratic Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker on Saturday called Trump's post not normal, right? Because we're not in normal times. That's why. We're at the end. We're at the end where Esau is going to come down with great wrath. That's why. It says the president of the United States is threatening to go to war with an American city. Of course he is. All right? Because all hell's going to break loose soon. Right? A man shall desire to go into a city and he shall not be able. That's martial law. This man's going to declare martial law on a very, very high level. All right. It says this is not a joke. This is not normal. Pritzker wrote on X. Donald Trump isn't a strong man. He's a scared man. Illinois won't be intimidated by a wannabe dictator. Now everybody sees that he's in that dictator spirit. All right. But at the end of the day, does he not have the military at his power? Everybody's saying what he can and can't do. This is illegal, this, that, and the third. I see him doing it. Right? We all see him doing it. All right? So this is what we have to anticipate coming in the next couple days, weeks, months, and if we hear for the next couple of years. All right? Esau, Edom, Jacob's trouble is going to happen. All hell is going to break loose. Martial law will be declared. Okay? Let me get a couple precepts. Jake talking about, hold on, let me play that again.
Chicago.
Oh, let me play this.
For snow.
Let's listen to these Jakes.
Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, man. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. This is Chicago. Go fight back. I'm telling you, go fight back, gang. Whatever. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young switches, gang. They not going for that, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself, gang.
Man, Trump talking about something Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. You about to find out why it's called the RAC. Goofy ass.
Yeah, see what it said? He said Trump talking about Chicago about to find out why they call it the Department of War. Well, he about to find out why it's called Chirac. Guess what, Jake? You about to find out Esau's blessing. You about to find out what this man really does, which is bring death and pain and destruction. That's all he knows. That's all he does. All right? You can't compare to him when it comes to evil. Okay? Genesis 27:38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of the heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother. So Esau, Edom, his blessing is the sword. He will receive the fatness of the earth due to his sword. Okay? Jake, you about to find out what that sword looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like. Scripture saying a sword is sharpened. Who's going to come down with that sword? The so-called white man. You about to find out. Coming on the internet with all that pride, acting like you really about to do something. You about to get your ass kicked by this devil. All right? And our message to you has been the same. Turn back to Yahawashi, or the Lord is going to grab his whooping stick, which is Esau, Edom, and whoop your ass. Period. There's no gray area. There's no in between. There's no other alternative. Turn back to Yahawashi or die by Esau's sword. Period. Okay? You about to find out what this man really does. Okay? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The reason why Esau Edom can actually deploy the National Guard, because the Lord gave this man the power to do so. The earth was given into this man's hand. All right? And he going to do with this place as he pleases, as Yahawashi pleases, and he going to use Esau Edom to do so. You got no wins here. Okay? He runs down on, he goes into cities and he takes them. That's what he does. Okay? This is Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. He devised iniquity upon his bed because he has the power to do so. He was given the power to do so. Verse 2, and they covet fields and they take them by violence. Okay? Chirac is just another field that Esau can take by violence. He could take a town. He could take a city. He could take a nation. He could take a region. He could take a continent. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses, and they take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. All right? So this is what he does. And you about to find out, talk about this, they about to find out why it's called Chirac. Man. And the Lord put the pride on y'all, you Jakes, to speak this way, because he has judgment prepared for you. And Kal Halal Yahawah for that, because we sick of you niggas, man. You niggas sound crazy out here. All right? All of that gang culture, all of that pride, it's about to come back on your head. Okay? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, and verse 21. This is what you sound like. This is what I thought of when I heard those jakes. Jeremiah 2:21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, holy a right seed, but how then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? Yeah, you're a degenerate. You jakes are degenerates, man. Okay? You jakes are degenerates, man. Just evil, fucking wicked, a sinful-laden nation. All right? And the Lord got judgment prepared for you. Isaiah 1:4. Our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers. This is what these jakes represent. A seed of evildoers, man. That shit pissed me off when I saw that. And you know what? Grab your switches, Jake, because you deserve death. Right? You deserve death. You don't do nothing but destroy your own communities. You don't do nothing but kill each other. You feed the narrative that's out here about so-called blacks and Latinos. All right? Namely. All right? But Native Americans is in there too. You know? You feed the narrative by being evildoers. And the Lord's gonna fucking destroy you. I'm sick of seeing the gang culture, that life, that energy behind it. I'm so sick of it. I just want the Lord to just start bringing judgment. This is 2 Esdras 8 and verse 50. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. This is what you was just listening to. These jakes walking with great pride. Just nothing but pride and evil on their spirit. Okay? And the Lord is fixated on bringing judgment to them. All right? This is what the Lord has prepared. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So that Jacob's trouble, the elect shall be saved out of it. But 2/3, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Lord got it out for your ass. And we can't wait till the Lord brings the hammer down. Because we sick of being, because we know When Jacob's trouble pops off, we that much closer to we're that much closer to the end. We're that much closer to salvation. And may Yahawashi and Yahawashi Shabbatazah, we are a part of that number. When I say we, those of us who are sincere about serving the Lord and being in his faith, all right? Exercising our faith, showing a healthy measure of fear so we could get out doing the work. All right? We trying to get up out of here, man. And may Yahawashi bring judgment upon 2/3 of Jakes like this. All right? And the Lord's just getting started. All right? So that's it, man. I'm going to leave it there. I think the point was made. All right? I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, the elder bishops, the great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. As always, shalom.